Okay, so what do you do when it's March, it's freezing, and you decide the beach sounds like a great idea? You go to Provincetown, of course.
Or, as everyone calls it, P-Town. Or maybe it's just the gays that call it P-Town? I don't know. But this is the place where summer comes alive. And in winter, well, winter comes alive too, just in more of a wear 3 jackets and hope your coffee doesn't freeze kind of way.
Exactly. And honestly, even in March, this place is magical. It's like the fabulous off-season version of itself.
As we rolled along past so much beautiful scenery, I was surprised at how long a drive through so much rural landscape it was. With all of this really in-demand beach area, that there would be a lot more to see along the way. Nevertheless, it was still beautiful sand dunes and beach trees, and gave us plenty to look at as we rode along into town. You know you're in the Northeast when you start seeing all of the big wind turbines. It's like Massachusetts' way of waving at you from all the highways.
And Rhett was in the back seat like, are we there yet? Are there snacks yet?
The dunes were beautiful, and they're all part of the Cape Cod National Seashore, protected land with amazing hiking trails. Fun fact, artists and writers used to come here for inspiration, and some even stayed in the old dune shacks with no electricity.
Which sounds romantic until you remember it's March and 28 degrees. This guy right here was our welcoming committee. I think he was yelling, "You're late, where have you been?"
Or maybe the sassy seagull was saying, "You brought the dog again?" Ugh.
Either way, Rhett didn't care. He was ready to run on the beach, even if his paws turned into little popsicles.
This sassy bird was clearly striking a pose. Tyra Banks would be proud. Smize.
P-Town's got the supermodel seagulls. Move over, New York Fashion Week.
Here's something cool about P-Town. This is the very tip of Cape Cod. The Pilgrims actually landed here first in 1620 before heading to Plymouth.
And now, it's one of the most famous LGBTQ plus destinations in the world. Pride here isn't just in June, it's basically year-round. Even in March, you feel the love. Okay, these little blue shacks on the pier, in summer, they're filled with artists, jewelry makers, and all kinds of local goodies.
But in March, mostly seagulls, but still cute seagulls.
And really, the whole pier just had this calm, peaceful vibe in the winter. You can hear the water, the wind, and Rhett sniffing at every post.
This town was so funky and artistic, and this was one of my favorite spots, the Bob Gasoy Memorial Art Alley. In the summer, it's buzzing with people taking photos, but we got it all to ourselves.
Plus, the colors just pop against the cold blue sky.
And we may have lost feeling in our fingertips taking these pictures and videos, but it was totally worth it.
Okay, so you can't come to P-Town without sitting in the giant blue chair.
And Rhett did not want to get in this chair, but once he did, I think he thought he was the mayor up in that chair.
In fact, I think he's still waiting for his key to the city. And this is the Pilgrim Monument, the tallest all-granite structure in the United States. You can climb it for insane views of Cape Cod. Just maybe not in March when the wind could blow you back to Boston.
But in summer, I'm sure it's totally worth it.
And this is Commercial Street, P-Town's main drag. In the summertime, it's packed with art galleries, drag shows, cafes, and more rainbow flags than you could count.
In March, it's more of a cozy locals vibe. A lot is closed, but the places that are open treat you like family.
Plus, you can walk down the street without getting hit by a bicycle, which is a summer sport here.
It took us a little bit of time to find a restaurant that was still open mid-afternoon in the off-season, but we stumbled across Mrs. A's, which was an adorable little place hosted inside the Crown and Anchor. It was an adorable place with kitschy decor, and it was just begging for one of their legendary drag brunches to take place. But it was very quiet since it was off-season, and they were nice enough to let us bring Rhett inside, and even brought him a water bowl and a treat. P-Town is a huge draw for the LGBTQ plus crowd. It is definitely all for the gays.
I will say we really did want to go in the summertime. We were excited to see the crowds of people and the fun stuff to do. Unfortunately, due to our timeline, we had to go in the wintertime. It was not as exciting as I had hoped for, but at the same time, it still was really cool to see all of the buildings that have rainbow flags on them, and just the whole vibe there. You can tell it's a very welcoming, accepting community, and I loved that.
If you've been to P-Town or other LGBTQ plus friendly places, let us know where are some good places to go to that have great inclusive culture.
So yeah, even in March, Provincetown is pure magic. Fewer crowds, gorgeous scenery, and that welcoming vibe that makes you want to come back again and again.
And Rhett gives it 4 paws up, especially for the beach walks.
If you've only been here in the summer, try a winter visit. Just bring gloves. Lots and lots of gloves.
And maybe find one of the cafes that's still open and get a little hot chocolate. After a walk on the beach and a stroll through town, and a delicious lunch, it was back on the road for some more scenery as we go to our next destination. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Totes.